Sorry, we drank some sparkling champagne. It's not champagne. What is it? Like apple?
It's apple juice. It's apple cider.
And something else.
Sparkling cider.
It makes you
cranberry.
burp a lot.
It's cranberry.
Yeah.
It's like holiday.
Makes you burp,
Tastes like ginger ale. It's delicious. It's our leftover from our wedding. We figured we'd celebrate 2 years.
We should do that. We should do this every year.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like for our wedding, we should buy one, and then I'll buy two. Mm-hmm. Then open one for our anniversary, and then
there you go.
Another one for my other anniversary. Mm-hmm. My birthday. Yeah, the support online too. Again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who thanked us, or not thanked us, but congratulated us on our wedding, and who congratulated me on the picture of the coin.
Yeah.
That I put up there today. It really does mean a lot, and the support has just been insane. There's this Mike, I don't want to mess up his last name. I'm going to say it's Zandarsky. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he reached out to me a while ago, and he wanted me to come down and do a podcast. Or I think he wanted to come up here and do a podcast, but somehow we never connected and hooked up. So, like, he'll post on stuff and just be like, still waiting. So I sent him a shirt. And that didn't make him happy either. And he tagged me in a post today where somebody put on, he had posted some cool stuff about recovery, and somebody put on there like, Mike, you should be a therapist or, a counselor. And he's like, no, Corey Winfield's got my dream job, but he won't let me, or something about he won't get back to me about it or something, and I don't know what Mike's dream job is. I don't know. Maybe he could start the podcast of the new year,
Yeah.
The one we've been talking about.
Right.
It's free. That's what the whole job part. Oh no.
Yeah.
I guess I would let him go get sponsors. I do this and I don't want sponsors, and I thought about that again today. They would just mess up the integrity for me. I don't do this podcast for money. I don't want to do it for money. I don't even care if we're like, all right, let's take a break. Let's play some commercials. I don't want to do that.
Right.
And I don't have to do that. But I just think even doing that for me, it would mess up what I'm trying to do with the podcast. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's hard enough to get people just to listen to me just ramble on, start playing some commercials for them.
But it is for you, but it's for other people, and you want it to stay that way. And getting sponsors involved and stuff just takes away from that, I think. Yeah,
and if they want to sponsor a blog or something, sure. Something on the website, go ahead. But as far as the podcast, and it's not really so much a control issue of, oh, well, I won't be able to say this or I won't say that. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's just the fact that I want this to be pure and natural, and I want people to listen to it and kind of get that vibe, like, hey, Corey's just turning on the mic and he's letting you in his life.
Yep.
And Marnie's there with him. He drug her through it, and she's still sitting here going, how the hell did this even happen? Like, how did I become the co-host? He just kept asking me, and next thing you know, it was, hey, Marnie, we're doing a podcast. Come on.
Yeah. Here I am.
Yeah. I have that way with people. Mm-hmm. They're like, what the hell even happened? How did I start doing this? But, well, been rapping at it for about a half an hour now, and yeah, 2 years. Feels good. Really does.
I bet.
You got anything?
No, I mean, it's your day. I just wanted to listen to you.
Oh, nice. And one day I'll tell some stories that are funny from rehab.
He's got a lot of them.
Oh my God. I wonder if I should tell. No. Okay, no, I'm not. Yeah. Should I tell one quick one?
Sure.
All right. So I'm at a place called Pine Rest. It's in Grand Rapids. And this was the second time that I had went there. And they put me in a unit called Oak. Because Pine Rest, and they're all named after trees. You got redwood, you got aspen. And I was in Oak. And when I was in Oak, they have in the center, okay, if you picture a V, okay, and at the bottom of the V, if you had like a circle, that was the office, okay, and then the right hand side, left hand side, women were on the left hand side, men were on the right hand side. In the middle of the V, there were doors, obviously, where the middle was like blocked off. That's where people ate, and women would go and get their food first, and then the men would come and do it later. But you were separated unless it was groups. So I had just gotten in there, and we're waiting to go across the hall to the group room. And this kid, 18, 19 years old, comes up to me, this Asian guy, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm freaking out." And I was like, "Why, are these groups that bad?" And he's like, "No man, I'm freaking out, man. My roommate, man, he said he was gonna rape me." I was like, "Ow!" Like, you might want to tell somebody about that. It's probably not a good thing. Your roommate said that. Yeah. Like, you gotta tell somebody. I said, "I can't." He said, "He'll kill me." Okay, well, you definitely have to tell somebody about that now. I was like, "Who's your roommate?" And he pointed this guy out who later I would nickname Ginger Snapped. Mm-hmm. I'll get to that story later too. But it's this red hair kid, he's probably about 23, 24. He had the kind of like, he thought it was jail, prison type, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, you definitely got to tell somebody if that's your roommate." I was like, "What? So he just came out and just said he's going to rape you?" No, man. He did it. He was using Morse code with his feet. He's tapping. Dude, I was like, come on, man. And then later I found out that guy, I don't know what meds he was on, but I nicknamed him Morse Code Me Long Time. And like we started nicknaming people. Jonathan and I, Jonathan was my roommate. We were like, "Oh my God, we're so lucky to have each other." We're both like semi-normal, and it was tough though. That was the year Peyton Manning played. It was Denver and Carolina in the Super Bowl, and we were watching the Super Bowl. And Morse Code Me Long Time comes like army crawling in, and we're like sitting in the room, like, and he like took over that room as his bedroom, and they let him sleep in there. Like, it was really weird. And so he comes army crawling in on his belly, and we look over and we're like, "Morse Code Me, what are you doing?" And he froze, and then he backed up, going on the stomach, like backed out of the room all the way. We just looked at each other. We were like, "Oh my God!" Like, he ate cereal. It was like, we're like, "Morse Code Me, you can't do that anymore, man." Like, it was funny though. But real quick on Ginger Snap though. So how he got his nickname. Like, on my first day I walked in there and he's kind of looked at me like, it was jail or prison. I'm like, "What's this dude doing, man? Like, this is rehab." And then I realized, he was just, wasn't marching to the same beat, but we were in this group. I mean, he's all right, I kind of like the kid, but we're in this group and they have us, and Pine Rest is like a Christian place. And I really like Pine Rest. But it's like Christian and like Catholic or something. But this nun comes in, and she's showing the group a video. And I was late to the video. I can't remember what I was doing, but I came in late, and so I kind of caught the end of it. And it gets done. It's this guy and him and his wife and a newborn baby. They go out in this cabin. They're going camping. And the guy knew that his wife had been through a lot, with the birth, and it was only like 4 or 5 weeks old. And he thought, I'm going to do a solid for my wife. I'm going to take the baby in the morning when the baby wakes up, and I'm going to go out and we're going to go for a walk. And that way she can sleep in without having to worry about the baby, and take some breast milk with me, and we'll go hit the woods and have a good little day. Well, he did that. And then it started to rain and storm and thunder. And the man got lost. So he's out in the middle of these woods. Doesn't know where he's at, and all these storms, and the little newborn baby, and he thought he was going to die. He thought the baby was going to die. So he prayed, "God, please help me," And so God leads him back to the cabin. Oh, he's saved. everything's great. And the wife was, oh my God, I was so worried. And he's like, I prayed, and God sent me back here. And oh yeah. So it gets over. And then I was like, so, what'd you guys think of the story?
Man.
That's pretty much what Ginger Snap said. He was like, man, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. What kind of dumb MFer, takes his kid out in the effing rain, blah, blah, blah. Does he want to watch the news? Did he not know? Is he just stupid? Why would God save someone so stupid? It seems to me like he should have died, like he's flipping his papers up and flips his folder around. He's slamming stuff down, stand up, and he's just like screaming like all these, like just how he did not appreciate the video and the stupidity of the man taking the baby out into the rain. And then I was just sitting there like, wow, like, son, then you are dismissed. You can leave this group right now. And he's like, good, fine. He's kicking chairs, that dumb MFer. Like, he's like really personally hurt by this guy and this baby, and I'm like, there's some deep issues there. Like maybe when I was out in the woods, I don't know.
Right.
But it was clearly like, I looked at Jonathan and we were just like, wow. And I was like, that Ginger snapped, and it was like, oh yeah, Ginger snapped, So.
Oh, that's funny.
How he got his nickname. But yeah, and just nicknamed all day. It was fun. Like, it was really fun nicknaming people. Mm-hmm. And then we started using our nicknames. Mine was the Don, because I was running stuff up in there. And his was like, it wasn't Rico Suave, but Jonathan's was like, it was some kind of sexual pimp player reference or something, and he's younger. But yeah, if there was do roll call, and I'm like, the Don. So they're like, real name, please. The Don. Because we weren't really like out there as much as some people, so we had fun with it. But anyway, those are some fun stories. Story time with Corey Winfield, brought to you by Marnie Winfield and her cozy blanket.
Yes.
It's the only sponsor you're going to get. Cool. All right. Well, I have a million more, but we got to go. Mm-hmm. It's time. But thanks for listening. 217recovery.com is our website. If you need more info, you want some resources, they're there for you. The app, check that out as well. We need some games or something to put on there.
We should.
We should nickname people. The nickname game. I'll create an app for that. A little game within the app.
There you go.
Nickname. Rehab name generator.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that would be too much fun. But yeah, thanks again. Appreciate it. Tell your friends if there's something that I said tonight, maybe they could, learn something from, or maybe something Marnie said last night, or maybe it was from the last episode. Pass it along for sure. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you probably on Saturday. Thursday, I'm going to interview a woman from the Sanford House in Grand Rapids.
Right.
So tune in for that.
Fantastic.
And then Marty Winfield will be back Saturday, maybe solo.
Maybe. No.
Wait, what?
No.
All right. Take care.
Good night.